All right. Well, what we're going to do, I'm going to kind of help everybody understand everything about wholesale and retail. And we're going to start from here. Okay, what are you looking at, Scott? What are you looking at? Well, it's pretty simple. Googly moogly. Um, okay, up here, let's say I bought 50 pounds of dry goods, okay, and I paid $109 for them, okay? That means my calculated cost is 14 cents an ounce. Well, let's say you're going to sell it by 10 ounces. Well, that means you paid $1.40 for 10 ounces. Okay. Oh, well, yeah. And now you got to figure in, okay, now, did I really get 50 pounds for $109? Of course not, people. You know, because the shipping and everything else, you have to add all that to the cost, all right? Um, so that could be another 19 or $20 to the cost, and that might raise up to 24 cents an ounce, all right? And you're gonna sell 10 ounces, well, that's $2.40. Okay, cool. And now what you gotta do, you gotta make a profit, right? Well, you can't ship it for free. You can ship it for free, which is what I've always done, and then you build into the cost. Well, now all of a sudden, instead of it being 14 cents that you got it at, 24 cents when you added in the shipping, it's probably 34 cents by the time you get the 10 ounces out the door at $3 and probably 66 cents or whatever. I mean, it gets out of control. But I'm saying for a small business person, man, you've got to really take into consideration, everything. So this is a great website here. If y'all don't know what it is, look me up down below and I'll tell you what it is. But you got to have wholesale accounts. Most people are not ordering 50 pounds of food at a time or 25 pounds or 35 pounds like I am, you know? And this is by no means you're thinking I'm rich, I'm rich. No, that didn't work. All right, so anyway, we're gonna minimize that. Let me go to this one. Now, this is from a wholesaler. Okay. Now I chose Tetris for a reason because everybody knows Tetris. Everybody doesn't know guppies. Everybody doesn't know whatever. Now, what you can see over here is the actual cost from the wholesaler. Now, it's not going to count how many came in dead, how many didn't live, how many didn't survive the quarantine process, blah, 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 blah. So I got neon medium tetra, Florida bread, okay, be 40 cents a piece. I paid $2.99 a piece for them at this. Man, come on. You know, of course you're gonna pay for them in the store. You've got to triple the cost at least. That's not counting the dead. That's not counting the quarantine. That's not counting anything. I mean, everybody wants things for free. And I don't get it. Now, some of these guppies are quite expensive. I don't know what a Domino Africa guppy is, or Tetra. I'm sorry, I meant Tetris. Okay, no clue. 426 coming into the store. I don't know. I mean, what do they sell them for? 15 bucks a pop? Maybe. I don't know. But this gives you a quick idea, you know, rummy nose and Serpay and, white skirts and black neons. Black neons, you mean they're only paying 39 cents a piece? Scott? Yeah, yeah. But what you all don't realize, there are minimum orders on here. You probably have to order a minimum of 50 to 100 to 150 of them, okay? And then you're stuck with them if people don't buy them, okay? I mean, none of y'all, or a lot of y'all don't understand this. Cardinal Tetris. I mean, everybody loves them. 87 cents a piece, though? Really? I don't know. Sometimes you see them for $2 or less at a store. But again, I don't know. Maybe that was going on this week. I have no idea. Okay? I'm just trying to give you a quick idea of wholesale cost, and y'all don't even get it, man. I mean, you got to get them. You got to get them in. You got to quarantine them. You might have 150. You've got to do this. You got to do that, and then hope that half of them survive, so you can at least recoup your 39 cents per black neon. You know, if that's the case, and usually you have to order them by 12s and 25s. They just list them by ones, and usually when they say one, it means minimum 100. That type of thing. So 100 black neons is 39 bucks, and then what if half of them die? That's why it is so hard, and everybody's like, just give to me for 40 cents. No, no. Anyway. Alright, let me go to this other one. Okay. This is another dealer that I deal with. Well, I have an account with. Um, you know, what a lot of you don't realize, we have to buy a certain amount, case quality, or quantity, sorry. So if I want to get, Fisso Forte 500, which is good for a certain size tank, versus the 250s, I have to buy a minimum of 12 of those. Okay? The case weight is 1 pound 45. So it's over a pound. Well, what a lot of you probably don't realize, I have to pay the shipping in here, right? I cannot write off inventory cost. Okay? In other words, at the end of the year, I can't say I bought 500 pounds of this and I want to write it off against any money that I made. No, no, inventory does not count at all. Period. Okay? So the point is, I might get 12 of these, and 12 of these, and 12 of those, and they might sit on the shelf for a year. And if nobody buys them, you know, then the dealer costs, I'm hosed. I can't write it off at the end of the year because it's not a loss. It's still inventory. So y'all kind of get what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't understand, when we, as dealers and entrepreneurs and small business people try to do things, we can't write anything off at the end of the year, period. The only thing we can do is sell things at a loss, and then we can put it on our sheet. Yeah, we lost 50 cents here, we lost $4.20 here, because I had a giveaway or whatever, and that's all we can do. But no one understands what it really takes to run a business. 99% of you on here are doing it for pleasure, and I get it. I certainly do it for pleasure. But man, me, I'm more in the business of trying to make a little bit of bucks here and there. I know you all don't care, but whatever. So anyway, let's go on the next slides here. Okay, this is what's hurting me. Look at that, people. Last year, these are ounces, okay? I purposely placed, a lot of my stuff like Fancytailaquatics foods, the loose, the loose variety, not the, branded, if you will, but around 11 ounces. The reason being, I thought I can build in $3.66 on the cost. It wasn't worth it to go to 382. Okay. Well, Scott, it's only if you add it up, it's whatever. I purposely built in things around 11 ounces, around let me look at my sheet here. 9 ounces, okay, and 6 ounces. I did not want to go beyond 11 because it just got too expensive there. And when I'm talking about that, I'm talking about like I purposely knew that 5 pieces of cholla wood would weigh this, okay, every time. I knew I was in for X amount of ounces. I purposely knew that the problem was 11 ounces of food. Well, I kind of did there. It actually ends up being 12 ounces. Well, how's that work out, Scott? How's that work out? Well, it's easy. Um, your envelope you send it in weighs an ounce. Okay, so I knew that no matter what, every 11 ounce of Fancytailaquatics, you know, food was going to cost me $3.82 in shipping. Okay. Sorry, took a break there because it's frustrating me. But what I was doing last year was I was selling them for what, $11.99 for 11 ounces. All right, well you take $11.99, subtract 382 out of that, okay? Because I wasn't charging shipping, and then multiply it by what my ounce per dry goods was. I mean, I'm being honest with everybody here, being very honest. I mean, I made like $1 a sale. You cannot survive in business that way. So I'm completely shifting this year, and I'm sorry. I've had one person already turn me down tonight because I raised my prices, and I was going to start charging for shipping. I don't know if that's the best way to go, and I want everybody's opinions in here. You know, my vendors got a little bit more expensive, all right? USPS changed everything, which you'll see in the next slide. You know, I could probably live with this model here that you're seeing, you know? But this is the model I can't live with, okay? Oops, wrong one. Wrong one. Googly. All right, 2019. Now look at it. What was 6 ounces at one point? It depends on your freaking zones you're going to. Okay? Now, zone 9, don't worry about that. That's typically going to be, your Alaskas, your territories, this and that. But 8 is California. 1 can be New York to California. Okay? So look at this. Let's go back to 11 ounces. $3.82 if I'm going to zone 1 and 2. Last year, it was $3.66 no matter across the United States. Period. Okay? Period. But, like zone 4 starts only like 200 miles away. Zone 5 is like up to 400 miles. Zone 6 like 600 miles. Then 1,000 and 1,900, whatever. So all of a sudden, my 382 would become 433. Whoops, sorry. Let's go down to 12 because they measure the envelope. Duh. All right, 382 and okay, never mind. It's the same. 10, 11, 12 is the same. So, you know, am I expected to eat the cost of 50 cents potentially every time I sell something, based upon 382? It's ridiculous, man. And then it gets worse. Obviously, you don't want to go past 12. Oh my goodness. Why even get in 13, 14, and 15 when you can easily get, I mean, $6 the closest, 5.50 and shit, whatever. So anyway, I want every one of your all's opinions. And let me know, man. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm trying to run a business, and maybe I'm gonna go. Maybe my goal this year is to go more aquarium co-op or flip aquatics type thing. Um, and just say screw eBay, say screw it all. Um, and then go to a website which I plan on getting this year. That's my goal. I own the name and everything else. Maybe what I need to do is just do it on there and then do like they do. No free shipping unless it's above $49.99. You know, and just get away from eBay and Aquabid and all these others because it's becoming ridiculous. I don't want to have to track down every freaking time I have a sale, what price. So that's why this year, or for the time being, anyway, you're going to notice if y'all go to any of my links below that they're now price based. Shipping is price based. It's going to be actually where I'm located at, and you will have to pay the exact shipping. It's not fair. I used to build it in, but man, I cannot go from 382 to 433 because I have a lot of people that buy in California last year. Now, New York wouldn't be that bad at all. Even up to Connecticut. But once, now, the good thing is maybe I'm overreacting a little bit. A lot of my sales in California last year were live fish, which I'm still going to ship, obviously, flat rate. Medium flat rate, large flat rate. Overnight if need be, although I never shipped once last year. A lot of my New Yorks were, live fish. So that's not going to change a whole lot because when I looked it up on their site, I believe they actually discount 5 cents on the commercial rate for medium and large, or sorry, yeah, medium and large, yeah. So that probably won't hurt me too much, but dry goods as far as like cholla wood or Fancytailaquatics food or Repashy, that I've got, and this and that, I cannot sustain dry weights, over this. So anyway, y'all give me your all's opinions. Maybe I'm ranting too much. Maybe you don't care. But that's just kind of where I'm going to go for now, I guess. I really don't have anything else. Yeah, I really don't. Other than to say, these are some cool fish here, man. Taken out of my aquarium by a professional photographer. If y'all ever want to know who this guy is, I can turn you on to him. Look at that. Beautiful. 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 Yeah, you can't beat that stuff, man. Greatest guy ever. So, anywho, I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm going to sign off. And you all let me know what you think. Laters. How do I get out of here? Exit.